Hey, what's up, Skelemystyk? As all of you know who play PvP much at all, and in fact, if you play it quite a lot, as you may know, whenever you're going for PvP, when you're trying to win matches, every little bit of stat that you can gain or add to yourself counts. Every little thing that you can add to boost your power, to boost your accuracy, to boost your strength, to boost your resistance, all those boosts all make the biggest difference, and sometimes can make the difference in whether or not you win a PvP match or you lose one. And as such, all of us try to get the absolute best gear, best pets, and best spells that we can. Now, that's all well and good. At max level PvP, you've got access to a lot of things. I mean, you've got access to a lot of spells that you ordinarily wouldn't have. But if you're doing low-level PvP, there's a lot of spells that you're restricted from using simply because of your level. And what you have to do in that case, a lot of times, is go to treasure cards. In this video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 plants that you should be raising for treasure cards for low-level PvP. Now, ordinarily, first things first, whenever you ask, what plants do you raise for PvP, you're going to hear evil magma peas, you're going to hear couch potatoes, you're going to hear evil couch potatoes, you're going to hear couch peas, and anything having to do with evil magma peas and couch potatoes. And that's mostly what you're going to hear. Those are all well and fine for pet trading and for, some side treasure cards you might be able to use, some things like that. However, there are a lot of plants out there that largely get overlooked and are incredibly useful in PvP. I'm going to go over the top 5 most important plants that you can use to help you in low-level PvP. Starting with number 5 and working our way up to the absolute most useful that I can think of. Now, mind you, these are 5 plants besides evil magma peas and besides couch potatoes, because that's the ones that everybody who has a seed in their hand or who has planted a garden plot hears about. Alright, so let's go ahead now and get started on the list. At number 5, the number 5 most useful plant for PvP. I've been stuttering a lot lately. The number 5 most useful plant for PvP is deadly elephant ears, right here. What's so good about deadly elephant ears, you say? Well, besides the fact that a lot of people raise them anyway for the nice reagents that they drop, which includes diamonds and sunstones, and you're using those in a lot of crafting anyhow. Besides that fact, they also drop a lot of good and useful treasure cards. They drop Earthquake, they drop Judge, they will drop Minotaur, they will drop Tower Shields. All of these cards which can be really, really useful if you're doing low-level PvP. Now, some of these seeds are kind of hard to get, but this one is not particularly all that hard to get. Not only do you have a seed forever, it's a crown shop seed, so you can get it in the crown shop if you must. But not only is it a crown shop seed, it means that it will automatically reseed at Elder. That means you will never run out of deadly elephant ear seeds. And even if you over-harvest and say you go over your bank and backpack, they will still go into your bank. Crown seeds cannot be lost unless it's through some kind of a major game glitch. They will, if you over-harvest and you have more seeds harvested than you have room in your bank and backpack, they will still go into your bank and overload it because they are crown seeds. So you don't have to worry about losing those seeds. Let me think here. There are several sources for deadly elephant ears. There are several places that they drop, no problem. However, just like with all crown shop items, the drop percentage is kind of low. You can also get them out of the Emperor's Attic pack, the Nightmare pack, and the Wyvern's Hoard pack. So if you're looking to get some deadly elephant ears, you have more than a few sources to do that with. At number 4, the number 4, and these got, by the way, guys, I didn't take a poll this time and ask people. This is just my own experience and things that I have used and things that I have wanted and things that I have needed to have. Alright, at number 4, the number 4 most useful seed to have for low-level PvP is the Facepalm. The problem with the Facepalm, I'll go to the problem with the Facepalm right away, and then I'll cover its actual good uses. The problem with the Facepalm is that in this entire list of seeds here, this is one seed that is not a crown seed. It's not a crowns item, which means you can't get it in the crown shop, which also means that it does not reseed once you hit Elder. When you hit an Elder Harvest, when you hit the Elder Harvest, and the plant is gone, so is that seed, and you'll have to get another one. That's why it's down here at number 4. It's above the Deadly Elephant Ears because, well, as far as all those go, I consider Deadly Elephant Ears to have the least useful treasure cards of all. But the Facepalm does have a much, much more useful set of treasure cards. Okay, the Facepalm is basically what the name says. When you think Facepalm, you think fail. You think, oh my God, no, really? That's basically what the Facepalm is. The Facepalm will give you all of the failing treasure cards. That means you'll get Smokescreen, you'll get Plagues, you'll get all those types of things which will add negatives or add fail percentages to accuracy or in some way hurt the other player if you use it. You'll also, and most importantly from the Facepalm, and this is why I ranked it at number 4, you can also get all of the school dispels. So you can be, God forbid, but you can be a dispel spam player at low level if you just have enough Facepalms, if you're just raising enough Facepalm seeds. You can come up with the dispels for every school and pretty much screw the doogie on the guy who's about to hit you with that great big huge damage spell like a Lord of Winter or one of those things. Somebody who's powering up for a huge spell like a Judge, you can slap a balance spell up there and just screw up their whole program. And I can just hear the bad words now being said on the other side. And you want to be careful whenever you do that though, because well, somebody might get mad enough about that to spam report you. However, it does work. It is good to go. And if you have the Facepalms and raise them, you can get the dispels and run that strat and pretty much eat people up. That's why I listed the Facepalm at number 4. For number 3, the number 3 most useful seed for low-level PvP that I know of. This one is, again, definitely a personal opinion. It really depends on your strategy, but I absolutely love them for fire and ice PvP. Number 3 on the most useful seeds list is Fish on a Vine. People are like, wait, what? Fish on a Vine doesn't drop anything but shark cards. Have you guys ever been in low-level PvP and faced a fire who had fire shark cards? If you haven't, let me tell you, I don't recommend the experience if you're on the receiving end, because Fire Shark for 2 pips is basically a pimp slap card. You can, I have personally done more than 750 damage for 2 pips with a Fire Shark. Now, mind you, with the treasure card version, you can't add Colossal. That's okay. You don't need to. That bad boy is doing right around 500 and something damage. 495, 500, something like that, right around there. For 2 pips. You can throw up a beetle and then throw up a Fire Shark and end their day in 2 turns. The same thing with ice. For ice, that snow shark is amazingly hard hitting for 2 pips. And as you know, ice isn't really ordinarily a naturally hard hitting school. You can throw up a snow shark and do more than you can with a Fire Shark for 2 pips. It's just crazy. I don't know if you guys have looked into this before or not. That's really all the Fish on a Vine drops is the Fire, Storm, and Ice Sharks along with Tempest. A couple things like that. So it can be pretty much a good card for any of the elemental schools. Balance as well. You can use it as a balance as well. And do some hurting. That's why I ranked that at number 3. The Fish on a Vine will also drop a Crab Apple, rank 7 Mega Snack. And you can get Fish on a Vine from the fishing chests in the Polarian Shipwreck Home, the Farley's Gardening Pack, the Islanders Hoard Pack, and as well It has a lot of drop sources. I can personally recommend, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's that anglerfish boss that's right there at the beginning of the Crustacean Empire, the underwater area in Celestia. That boy drops fish on a vine like they're going out of style. And I highly recommend going over there and picking up some fish on a vine if you're in elemental school or balance school and giving this a try. It is a really, really great strat. There you go. There's your free strat in this video for the day too. Alright, moving on. The number 2 most useful plant for low-level PvP. This one's a bit of a controversy because it wasn't all that long ago that they made blades common for everybody to buy. Back in the day, people absolutely loved Sword Fern, which is the number 2 plant. They had a little bit of a falling out because blades become available for regular purchase. However, guys, don't overlook the Sword Fern. Just because you can't get blade, or just because you can easily get blades now, doesn't mean the Sword Fern has lost use, because it hasn't lost use at all, really. The Sword Fern, besides dropping all the school blades, will drop Gear Knight, will drop Lore Master, will drop Winter Moon. It also, while it's dropping all those things, has a kind of a low percentage, but it will still do it, chance to drop Ambrosia. A lot of people hated on Sword Ferns whenever the blade sale became public for everyone. But guys, I would still keep Sword Ferns. They seem to be highly, highly useful for low-level treasure cards that you can't get really any other way without endless farming. Sword Ferns, as you may or may not know, are crown shop seeds. They cost a whole lot of crowns. And I personally, to be honest, I wouldn't buy them out of the crown shop. I mean, well, I don't want to like unpromote any of King's Isle's items, but they're mighty expensive in the crown shop. I personally, let me see, where's my, I'm going to come back. I'll put the drops for the Sword Fern into the description here, because I do not remember off the top of my head, other than the crown shop, where you can get Sword Ferns, but I know that you can. And most importantly, they are a crown seed, which means that once you harvest them in Elder, you'll get the seed back and you can keep doing it. Sword Ferns, even though they took a little bit of a bad rep for a while, should not be overlooked. And they are, as far as I'm concerned, the second most useful plant for low-level PvP. Well, I have built up all 4 of the plants before this, and now it's time for you to hear it. What is the number 1 most useful plant for low-level PvP that is not evil magma peas and couch potatoes? I'm betting if you guys PvP, you know exactly what I'm going to say. Here it comes. Here's your chance. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Tell me the answer. Okay, some of you got it and some of you didn't. The number 1 most useful plant for low-level PvP is the Sunyon. In my mind, there is no better plant for low-level PvP than the Sunyon. Why? Because just like the Facepalm gave you fails, the Sunyon gives you pluses and bonuses and more and more and more stuff to hit with. You get accuracy, you get pierce, you get raw damage with the Sunyon. You'll even get a supernova card, which will help you bust bubbles. This is a can-do, go do it all card. It really is, or a plant. I'm sorry. It really is. You will get pierce. You will get accuracy. You will get colossals. You will get gargantuan and monstrous. You'll get a lot of other side cards, but well, everybody knows that we want monstrous, gargantuan, and colossal whenever we're playing PvP. Turn a little tiny little fire cat kitten into a great big snarling beast with a colossal card that you got from a Sunyon plant. Okay, the drawbacks to the Sunyon, because well, yeah, every plant here has got drawbacks, pretty much. The Sunyon takes sunshine, music, water, and the pest bomb spell card to do its treatment. So it's pretty expensive energy-wise to treat a crop of Sunyons. Not only that, the Sunyon has one of the longest times to Elder of any seed that I know. One of the longest. I'm surprised they didn't put little beards on these Sunyons, because, guys, they got time to grow a beard before they actually hit the Elder. They do. I will not I will not steer you wrong. However, they are droppable from a lot of sources, and as usual, the drop percentage with them being crown seed like that is a low percentage drop. You can, of course, get them out of the crown shop. You can fish for them in the fishing chests in the life house and get them that way possibly. Again, with the crown items, well, the drop rate, you know how that works out. It's not always the highest. However, once you get a crop of these things together, guys, you are set. You are turning little peedly low-level spells into big going concerns. Something with some meat to it. Something with some good hard right arm. Alright, that is it, guys. That is my picks for the top 5 most useful plants for low-level PvP. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out. Maybe gave you some information you didn't have before. If it did, please hit that like button, a good hard smash as well. Subscribe, share, and yell my name to the heavens, because I would love to see more of you around here. Until next time, this is Skelemystyk reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace. Hey, what's up, gamer? Skelemystyk. I'm not a game developer, programmer, CEO, any kind of big marketer or anything like that. So this video is going to be about me, the player, and the top 5 things that I think King's Isle needs to do to stay in the game and improve